Thank you so much, Zoe. Well, the guys will not getting up too much at the moment. We're going to get up too much in just a second, though. We're hanging out with actor and presenter Nico Panagio, and he's also a very successful businessman, and he's hanging out with us this morning. Nico, once again, it's lovely to have you with us, my friend.
You said successful businessman. I don't know. I think let's just
need to hype it up a little bit, man.
You know, thank you.
Fine businessman.
Yeah,
if you want to look at that way. This man's hustling. This is what we know. Listen, man, lovely to have you. Just a quick catch-up session to see how you guys are doing. You and Christy. I mean, you guys have been together for forever now, 10 years or so.
Well, we're still married, so I guess that's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm sure you guys get this question a lot, you know, because I'm pretty much in the same boat as well. This industry, I mean, it's like you said, you need to hustle, you need to work hard. How do you guys manage to kind of keep it together?
Well, you know, whenever I'm not working, I make sure I'm at home, you know, and we live in the Cape, so being home is really awesome, and no matter where you are. And you know what, I spend a lot of time, whenever I can, we get out, we go walking together, we love hiking together, we love the beach, we love running together, the kids love walking. So I spend a lot of time with my family whenever I can. You know, in between gigs. But in this business, we're moving around all the time. We're hustling all the time, and so you almost learn to get down and get quality time very quickly.
Yeah, you almost got to kind of schedule it in as well to make sure that it actually happens.
Absolutely.
But you've got two beautiful adopted kids, man. But that follows a period where you and Christy, it was difficult for you to conceive, and there was a lot of things going around that. I mean, that whole experience. How did you guys manage to go through that, and what did that mean for the relationship between the two of you?
Well, I mean, it's an emotional roller coaster, of course. Anyone who's even, I mean, most people go through at least a little bit of struggle these days, you know, before they conceive. It's a miracle every time that someone has a child. So, but yeah, emotionally, it's very taxing on a couple, and I think one of two things happens. It either draws you together, or it can threaten to split you apart. And I think what Christy and I have often done, or always do, whenever trouble hits, is we hunker down together, you know, and we kind of get our strength from each other, which is very much what happened here. Spend a lot of time on our knees, I'm not going to lie to you, praying, you know, and to get yourself through it. And it's a tough time, but I tell you what, I wouldn't go back and change it for the world. I wouldn't change it for the world. In fact, when we decided to have another child, we thought, are we going to try naturally again? Because for all intents and purposes, we should be able to conceive again. That's Eva.
Oh, cute,
but we decided no, let's just adopt our second child, because we now know what it's like. We don't want Eva to feel that she's an outsider, because she's every bit ours. And so Shay came into the picture, you know, and these two are, I mean, they're not biologically linked, but they are every bit sisters. They are crazy in love with each other. So it's amazing.
Yeah, and the two of them, they are doing just fine.
They're doing just fine. They're
adding
healthy.
a lot of happiness and not so much sleepless nights or anymore.
Not anymore, you know. I say as soon as they pass 3, they're out of that terror stage, you know, and then you start enjoying one another, and it's really awesome. We're a family now.
I love it. You guys are such a beautiful family at that as well, man.
That's
listen, man, once again, lovely to have you, and looking forward to spending the rest of the Thursday with us. But listen, right now, we've been having a lot of fun on the show, you know, with all of our guests, you know, to see how they, I mean, Oma Rusks, I mean, it's part of, I can almost say, our history, our heritage, you know. How do you dip Oma? Because there's some very creative dips out there. I don't know if you've noticed, but we even got a dip wall of fame. And if you're good enough, you could actually feature on our dip wall of fame.
Well, you know, I like to keep it I like to keep it real. So I'm not going to come up with anything elaborate.
Yeah, because I mean, we've had the danger dip, we had the double dip, we had the dunk that Jonathan showed us the other day. He like literally threw a rusk into his cup, spilling all over the place. So what would your Oma dunk be?
You see, I like a full dip. You know, I like a deep soaked dip. You know what I mean? So for me, a dip is very important. So you've got to go all the way in. But I don't like to get my fingers full of coffee, you know, and then the whole licking of the fingers thing. So for me, I feel like what needs to be a little.
All right, so please show me. Yeah, so you can have your pick there.
So I think a teaspoon oil is very important.
All right.
And then it's about clamping. So you use the teaspoon for the clamp.
It's about clamping.
Yeah. So it's like this is the clamp dip. So
the clamp dip.
What you want to do
is
you want to, and you don't want your finger. So you really just guiding with the finger. So and then you leave it, and then there's a count, and this is how it goes. Dippa Oma.
So basically, when you're at home and you dip your Oma, it's almost like therapy for you, because nothing really can happen at the same time as you dunk.
No. You got to concentrate. This is a serious
You know,
operation.
The kids need to do something else. Christy needs to be somewhere else.
Look at that now, Jonathan.
Okay.
This is how you do it with with finesse. Right, old boy.
Does that happen as well?
Never, because I wasn't concentrating. See,
You see, whenever Nico busy with his rusks at home and a coffee, please do not disturb him ever. Listen, I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for being a sport, man. Really love it. Listen, if you want to earn a spot on our Dip Wall of Fame, very easy, and you can also walk away with an Omar Rusks hamper. Just visit our Facebook page and show us how you like to hashtag Dip Omar. Remember, those T's and C's can be found on our website, expressoshow.com, and the competition ends midnight tonight, so you don't have a lot of time. Get dipping.